Good morning. I'm so happy that you made it to my channel. This is Janine, the Celestial Messenger. Today I'm going to be reading from the Galactic Star Tarot deck. We're going to be confirming it with the regular tarot deck. I'll also pull some Beyond the Fog and Shade oracle cards. And in the ending, we're going to end with the Triple Goddess Tarot. I'm going to pull one card to give you a message from the goddesses. Well, before I do that, I need to say a prayer and cleanse the energy in the space around me so that no negativity will be in this area or in our lives today. I also want to give thanks to Great Spirit, Source, God, the one, the only, for residing in my temple and to help me give you these messages. Holy Spirit, we ask that you continue to guide us and protect us. We ask that you give us insight and guidance on our current situations. We ask that you lift the veil of falseness and reveal that which is hidden from us. And we thank you for your blessings, your wisdom, your power, and your work in our lives. We also give thanks to all we have here upon the material realm. Our family, our children, our loved ones, our grandchildren, our ancestors up in heaven that guide us, our archangels that guide us, and of course you, Source, for guiding us in your Son, Jesus Christ. We also want to give our thanks for all the blessings that we receive here upon the earth, for our homes, for our pets, for our food, for the clean water, for the green of the earth, for this blue sky, for the sun, moon, and stars. We give thanks to you. Also, Holy Spirit, we ask that you have the monitoring spirits go blind and deaf during this reading. We ask this in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Okay. Remember, this is a collective reading, so some of it may or may not resonate with the collective. You might want to check back at a later time. It may resonate then. And also, thank you all for being here, and I really appreciate you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And we'll cleanse the area, get rid of all negativity. Also, you might want to sage today. Today is a good day. It's the beginning of the month to sage your home. Make sure that you have a clean living environment. Say a prayer. Okay. Now you might want to go turn down your speaker a little bit because I'm going to call in Spirit to give us these messages. Okay, we're going to start off with the Galactic deck, Galactic Star deck. Let's see what messages come out today. Today is March 4th, 2026. Remember, this is collective messages. May or may not resonate with everybody. Take what messages resonate, leave the rest behind, and let's go on with the show. Also, a brief message. For the 50th member, I have the Starseed Oracle cards for you, free, just for becoming a member. And also the 100th member, I have the Kepler Fortune Telling Tarot deck. This is a pretty nice deck. I think I used it in some of my other readings. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 shuffles, and we're going to find out what comes out for us today. Cards are a little stiff. I got to break them in. But remember, tarot has no identity as far as masculine, or as far as men or women. It's all about energy, masculine or feminine energy. So reverse the roles where you may need to. For example, she could be he could be she. her, could be him, and so forth. Thank you for tuning into this channel. I do appreciate you. This is a collective message. My cat was on here. I got a lot of cat hair. She likes to sleep here. This is her area when I'm not here. Her name is Baby. My other kitty came and soaking wet last night. We had a rain. Anyway, it's raining here in California. I live by the coast. It's very beautiful here. Okay, we're going to shuffle and cut. And let's see what messages come out. I'm not going to read reversals. I could, but just not going to today. It's my cat Sheba. Okay, your first card out is the Hangman. You might be in your thoughts, but it is a reversal. So that means that you have taken on a new perspective, something in your life, collective. So you're in the Hangman area of your life. You're thinking about something very deep. You're trying to gain a new perspective on something, and it might have to do with the Four of Swords. Yes, you are in your thoughts. Maybe you're wanting to put something to rest, and that has to do with your stability, structure, and manifesting something into your life. So you are in Hangman position and you're manifesting, or you're trying to see how you could gain stability. So you're putting something also to rest. Your next card out is the Eight of Discs. This is an Earth card. You have this Four Swords card right there, and that is a air element. I'll call out signs at the end. But the Eight of Discs has to do with earthly matters, and it has to do with taking action upon something. So you're laying something to rest. We could see that right now, right here. So you've had to go into Hangman position. You had to think deeply about some area in your life. You want to put something to rest, and you are taking action. And by doing this, you will get into your Four of Wands. Four of Wands is happiness. You see? Everybody's happy here. Everything's in union. Sun, moon. So you're very happy. Wands. Let's see. The Four of Wands, once again, has to do with your stability, your structure, your manifest. So possibly you're getting a lot of stability in your life. It looks like a cause for celebration. You know, because, I don't know, somebody may have been, you know, really thinking about their home life, you know, and trying to gain some stability in that area of their lives. Okay, your next card out is your Three of Discs. Threes are about groups, growth, expression. It's an earth element, so you're working with a group here. Could be your family members pitching in and helping more. No, we're going to find out though. Your next card out is the Two of Discs. This is about unity and creating balance. As you can see, she's juggling a lot. She's got her balls up in the air. She's juggling. But she also knows, he or she knows, that in the distant future, her ships are going to come in. Okay? So you're creating balance. This could also have to do with a partnership coming in. It's an earth element. Okay, the next card out. This has taken a lot of strength, a lot of energy, a lot of your power to become stable in your home life area. That's what it looks like so far. I don't see any masculine energy out here. Looks like so far, collective, this is has to do with putting something to rest, and it took a lot of strength to do that for you to gain some sort of stability. Could be a relationship. Okay, oh boy, we have the devil. This is a card of oppression. It's a major arcana card. So possibly you felt in a relationship that you were being oppressed, chained towards something that wasn't for your highest good. Devil card. Could mean stagnation, addiction, bondage. So you might have had to go in and do some reflection and decided to put something to rest here. So you did reflection on this energy and you did some reflection. You want to put it to rest because it has to do with stability in your life right here. Okay, your next card out is the Chariot. You decided to move on from this energy, this devil energy. So it looks like you moved very fast. It's also a court card, major arcana card, actually. So it has to do with transportation, has to do with fast movement. And your last card is the Lovers. So this has to do something about love too. Maybe a lover's coming into your life and you are getting stability. Or maybe your love for another right now is growing fonder. Or maybe you're loving yourself. Let's get in and see. Okay, we're going to read it behind the Hangman. And that's your first card out. So what I could see is you have to gain a new perspective on whatever is on your mind. Or whoever is on your mind. Okay. Will you surrender to what is so you can accept the new codes and inspired downloads and ideas? Instead of fighting the anti-gravitational atmosphere inside the starship, go with the flow. When things are shifting around you, it's important to stay calm and centered, like the star guide from Zeta, so that you can see things from every angle. Release the resistance and you may float higher than ever before and have a breakthrough of your falsely perceived limitations. So, this card here asks you to go within, and you may seek some messages. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. So, you've had to go in and get a new perspective. Four of Swords is putting something to rest. It's also an air sign. So the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But it has to do with thoughts, being logical, using your intellect, power, your own awareness, your own perception. And also it has to do with communication. So you're also laying something to rest here. It's time to get into your neon. Illuminate Healing Pod and rest up. If you receive the Four Swords, reward yourself with a restful break. Take some time to rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul the best way you know how. Meditation is also an out-of-this-world way to reboot your entire system. So you want to lay something to rest. You want to get some rest. You're a little tired from an issue at hand. You know, you want to gain a new perspective. And in order to do that, the cards are suggesting for you to take a break, take a rest, meditate, go out and ground yourself, possibly take a bath, a warm bath to relax, get some downtime going. Your next card would be the Eight of Pentacles. They're also discs. So eights are about taking action. So after this rest period, you are going to get up and you're going to take it. You are going to take action on something, collective, because you're gaining a new perspective. You've taken a break. You've taken a rest from things. And the 8 of Discs, the quality of your work is the next level. You have been practicing and putting the work into your craft, and it shows. The skills you have cultivated are approaching the mastery level. So make sure you are fairly compensated for your skill, time, and your energy. So you may be also concentrating on a lot of work, getting knowledge, at the same time of laying something to rest. Something had you in your head, though. Could have been the Lovers. Okay, next, or your stability, because this is definitely about your stability. The 4 of Wands is a fire energy, so that has to do with Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. It has to do with your foundation, where you call home, your castle, someplace where, you know, you do a lot of reflecting and you do a lot of resting, and you might even be doing some work at home. The 4 of Wands is a card of happy celebrations and joy. You just passed a significant milestone in your life, and everything seems to be settling down after a massive shift. Acknowledge the amazing work that you've been doing and take a break. Maybe even take a swim in the ocean with the dolphins and the whales. So maybe something in your environment caused you some stability, and because of all the hard work you've been putting into yourself, maybe a transformation, a death and rebirth, it's time to celebrate. And it could have very well to do with your stability in your home. It's time for celebration, because you've been juggling a lot. This is the 2 of Discs. It's an earthly sign. Your balls are up in the air. You're waiting on your ships to come in. Your dolphins up here waiting for you to go play with them. But right now you're focusing on juggling stuff. So it might be time to take a break, because you have been putting in a lot of work. Time for celebration and taking a break, because you're juggling. And the earthly signs is finances, career, material, physical, stability, possessions, and nature. That has to do with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So you might be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You know, Capricorn rules work. Virgo is about stability. Taurus is about beautiful environment. And that's what you're seeking in your environment. And it's making you gain strength. That is a major arcana card, the Strength card. It's really a beautiful card to be in, to have strength. Because, you know, sometimes it is hard to muster up strength, especially when you're juggling a lot. But you, collective, you have the Strength card. There is a situation that needs your guidance and leadership, but you cannot help by forcing others to do things or see things your way. Similar to how this star being of major arcana is showing comfort and strength to her extraterrestrial friend, you'll find more cooperation if you do so gently and with compassion. Do not use excessive control. Instead, influence and persuade with your inner star power. So you have a lot of strength, but you're using a lot of your power to persuade and influence people. You're not using your power in a negative way. You are gaining strength. However, this is a card of oppression, the Devil energy, and I'm going to clarify all these cards too, because I want to know why the Devil is out here. Because this, all in all, is a pretty good reading, except for the Devil, which you may have been dealing with somebody that was in the Devil energy. The Devil shows us the shadow side, which is in each and every one of us. This is the side that might be craving and doing things we know that are not good for us? Is there a habit or addiction that you are ready to break free of? You always have the choice to unchain yourself from negative patterns, relationships, behaviors. The first thing to do is honor where you are. Admit to your current reality and decide what you want to change. You see, the star beings are not inherently bad, and they do not force you to do anything. They represent the opportunity to make choices that support your expansion and well-being in a difficult or tempting situations. Ultimately, it is you who holds the key to your own chains. You could get out of these chains that are binding you right now. If there's a bad habit that you want to break, all you have to do is go within, take a break, maybe work on yourself. Once you work on yourself, you'll gain a transformation, and it's reason to celebrate. You are juggling a lot right now. Your ships are trying to come in. It's going to take some strength, possibly, to get out of this oppressive energy, or a person that was chaining you to them and oppressing you. But I think that's what I see here in this card. We also have the Three of Discs. This is an earth element, and it shows that the Three of Discs, it's a group effort. So possibly your family's helping, your friends, groups, or there's growth and expansion here. After leaving this devil energy, it's an earth element, so that'd be your Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So it's a group here upon the earth. Maybe your soul tribe is coming in to help you. It's a 3. So ask for help, collective. And joyful energy is attractive, even as she or he walks away. We can always find something to celebrate on any given day. There is enough cosmic bubbly to go around. Your star family wants to spend time with you and celebrate your growth. Sharing joy with the community raises the vibration of all involved. Sometimes growth is easy and sometimes it's hard, but either way, you should be proud. Cheers to you, Starseed. And I want you to remember this right here. I celebrate my own accomplishments and the wins of others too. So possibly you did get out of an environment that was very toxic, and now you're collaborating with your family, your Starseed family or your Soul Tribe family, because you took the Chariot, you moved away. Okay, and the Chariot is Major Arcana card, and it's about moving fast. You possibly healed very fast, and it's time to celebrate from healing. Your Chariot card. This is fast movement, definitely. Or maybe it looks like possibly a lover's coming in fast. Possibly, I mean, if that's what you want. The Chariot card. Golden cosmic energies swirl around this powerful galactic trailblazer who is ready to command her star fleet into the galaxies. She has mapped out the star system and knows exactly what her flight ahead will look like. If you have taken care of all the details and have a solid plan for your goals, you will move swiftly into what you want and you will experience massive success. So, getting out of this devil energy, it's going to lead you to success. And you possibly will be working with a group. And the outcome is a very good outcome. It's the Lovers. Maybe you have more love for yourself. Maybe your soul tribe has love. But I think a new lover's coming in. A new love. Or a renewed love. You know, if you're already married and, you know, something had you in your head. You may be working too hard or something. But love will come. Even though this meeting of the Lovers was destined in the stars, the decision to commit is their own. These star beings remind you that life is all about choices. Who you want to be with and how you want to create a relationship with them should be based on your values and the energy of love. The choice you make now should lead you to balance, harmony, and a feeling of cosmic love that is out of this world. We are all connected by the cosmic thread of fate, guided by universal law of balance. It weaves through the tapestry of every precious life, orchestrating a divine symphony of celestial harmony. We all have a role to play in our incarnations, a purpose for which we become embodied. In order to live your purpose or have a loving relationship, you must first create harmony within yourself. So always love yourself first. So you should listen to this and remember this, collective. I am fulfilling my life purpose. The relationships in my life are healthy and mutually supportive. So you possibly could be through meeting your soul tribe, you could be meeting lovers by loving yourself, a new love. That's what I see. But I'm going to do some clarification with the tarot deck. Let's see what's going on. My kids are just waking up, but that's okay. They don't really mind if I do readings. Okay, this is how it was. But we did have, yeah. The group was up here. Balancing it now. The balancing act was right there. Okay. That's the way it went, I believe. It might have been... Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's the way it was. I know by your work, you decided to work on yourself with this Chariot. It took strength to go in and get a new perspective of your life. You did take a rest, gained a new perspective, and got this toxicity out of your environment. That's what I see so far. Because you're leaving a toxic environment very fast with the Chariot, you're working with your soul tribe to gain celebration and stability in your life. You are having to juggle a lot, so you're going to need to take a lot of breaks. And because of that, it's the Lovers is right underneath the juggling card. You're going to gain some love. Love is coming towards you because you're juggling a lot. Okay, so why is the collective in Hangman at this time? Let's find out why. I think a lot of you are healing. That's what it looks like to me. From a toxic situation. Okay, I mean, yeah. Okay. This definitely might have to do with a relationship that you were in that was very toxic. You're making for a break for it. You've gone in and gained a new perspective because something or somebody in your life made you go into Hangman and gain a new perspective because they were in a very sneaky, trickery, cheating, deceitful energy. This is an enemy masquerading as a friend. They lack conscience. So possibly you were dealing with a very toxic energy that made you go into your head and gain a new perspective of what you should do. Because it was revealed to you by source that you were dealing with somebody very tricky or that had a lot of lies. You went in and you started thinking about the situation. You took a rest period from life, and you went in and you gained a new perspective and you put it into something. This is spiritual transformation, new beginnings, letting go, ending, change, transition, sudden or unexpected upheavals, endings and release. So possibly you had to release somebody in your life, a lover, friend, family member that was creating some instability based on lies and trickery and deceit. You started going to work on yourself after this ending happened. So why is the Eight of Discs out here? Why is the collective now working on themselves? Or working? Why is that their major focus right now? Because you want a victory. Overcoming obstacles, success, ambition, determination, willpower, control, self-discipline. You're hardworking and you're very focused. Because now, possibly there was some instability after you ended something due to trickery or deceit or lies. It's also my thief card. So somebody might have actually stolen from you, collective. You took action. You laid something to rest. And you took action, possibly on your work, maybe transforming yourself, overcoming something. You started pouring into yourself and working on something to kind of, distract you from this ending that occurred. Okay, now we're going to find out, why is the Four Wands here? Why is there time for celebration now that there has been an ending to somebody who is acting in an underhanded way, a very toxic way, full of deceit, lies, trickery, possibly cheating, who was an enemy masquerading as a friend, who lacks a conscience. Why? Why is the Four Wands here? Because you're in your creative expression period. You're working hard. You're trying for victory and success and ambition. You're hardworking and focused. And now you would like some offers to come in, or you're taking action, following your heart. Possibly a Knight of Cups gonna come in after you put something to rest and ended a relationship. This could be, once again, a person, might be a family member, might be even a friend, or it could be a romantic partner that wants to come in. They're offering you a cup of love, and they feel charming, attractive. There's affection, there's warmth, of course, gentleness, and it's a creative expression. Cups has to do with possibly an earth sign. No, water. I'm sorry about that. Somebody may be coming into your life, or it may have to do with ending somebody that is a water sign. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But it looks like they're coming in to make an offer after you got away and ended this whole situation right here. Somebody wants to come in and give you an offer. Okay, now we're going to find out, why is the Two of Discs here? Why is my collective juggling? What is my collective juggling? Family, work. Looks like that they're working very hard, maybe transforming. So what exactly is this Two of Discs doing here? I'm going to do one shuffle, pull a card, and find out. Because you had to walk away from something. Two of Discs. You had balls in the air. You're waiting on your ships. There was somebody who was lying and deceitful that put you in hangman situation in your energy. You put it to rest by going within. An ending occurred. Let me show you how this works. You started working on yourself because you wanted a victory. You wanted success to come in. Now somebody new is coming in. Could be a soul tribe family. It could be a friend, family member, or love interest who is a water sign. And the reason why they're coming in is because you are juggling a lot. Maybe they're coming in to help you because you walked away from something. You abandoned your plans, you walked away, you let go. You gained a new introspection. You withdrew from something or someone. So you walked away from a situation. You started working on yourself creatively after you went in and gained another perspective. You might have been listening to your guides. So that's how that so far is my interpretation. All right. Why is strength underneath the Hangman and deceit and trickery and lies? Well, I'm going to kind of say that it took a lot of strength for you to go into Hangman position to gain some clarity. You had to gain a new perspective because you were dealing with somebody who is very sneaky, who might have even been stealing from you. I'm going to show you this card. This is a card where he's going into camp and he's taking all the weapons away so that you can't fight. You see the camp right here. You cannot fight against this person because he's gone in during the night while you were sleeping and he stole everything. So it didn't leave you with much to fight with. Because you might have been dealing with a thief. Risky behavior. Somebody who is also scheming, masquerading as a friend. Foe, definitely a foe. An enemy. Okay, so why is the strength here? Because you were in stagnation. You were disillusioned. Focusing on, or he or she was focusing on negative. They possibly were self-absorbing. You possibly offered this person a cup of your love and they didn't take it. Instead, they'd rather play games with you, you know, being very trickery, very underhandedly. It made you go in and Hangman position, and you decided you were going to have a death over this situation after some rest. Possibly while you're resting, you're getting messages and downloads from Spirit because you found out this person was very toxic. They were in the devil energy. And that's how I see what is going on so far. And let's do one shovel and ask, why is the devil here? Why is the devil here? Why is the devil here? Ooh, 2 cards want to come out. So, because we had 2 cards. You surrendered. You walked away. Because of this underhanded behavior, deception, there was a lack of communication. You were probably dealing with somebody aggressive, a bully, who was intimidating you. And you wanted to celebrate. You wanted to have some celebrations in your life. You wanted to have some gatherings. Possibly they're cutting you off from somebody. You wanted happier times. So this ended because you wanted some happier times. After you went in and reflected. Took a break. You took a break, gained some knowledge. You went into Hangman position. You wanted to offer this person a cup of love. They didn't want it. They wanted to be sneaky and deceitful. You wanted happy times and happiness. So you decided to pick up and move. You decided to get the heck out of here. And you got 2 Chariot cards here. You definitely left. You walked away. And you started working on yourself or a project. So we're going to ask, why is there 2 Chariot cards here? I think my door's open. Give me 1 minute. Collected. Kind of cold here. And the cats open the door. They're kind of crazy. I open the door in the middle of the night and it gets cold, but that's all right. I think I'll get a cat door for them. All right, we want to know. Oops, I got them backwards. Sorry about that. Collecting. We want to know, why is the Chariot here twice? Why is the Chariot card here twice? This one shuffle, I think, is going to be good enough. Why is the Chariot card here? Ooh, we got an immediate answer. Because you want to give and take. There was no giving and taking. There was no kindness towards you. As you can see in this card, somebody was treating you unfairly. Just handing you crumbs. Breadcrumbing you possibly. Future faking you. So you got up on your cherry and you left. Okay, you put it into all of this because you wanted your happiness. And because of that, you have a Knight of Cups coming in possibly. This did turn into a love reading, actually. Or maybe that was the Knight of Cups. He might have been an air energy. He might have been a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Maybe he's putting work over you. I don't know. That's what it might be. But why is this 3 of Disc here now? Why is the 3 of Disc? Maybe you're going to meet them through a group, a new person, because you put it into all this and you left all this behind. So it looks like somebody who might be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn might be coming into your life collective. Masculine or feminine energy. They are a Knight. I have to say something about Knights, though. A Knight is here for a good time, but a Knight of Cups is promising. You know, they're coming in with charm, attraction, affection, warmth, and gentleness, kindness. And it might have to do with this group, because the group card is underneath it. So, you want reason to celebrate for your stability that you have inquired. It looks like a Knight of Cups going to come in. You may meet them at a group or collaboration. But we're going to find out for sure. Why is the 3 of Disc here? Oh, because they want to send you a message. So you're going to need to have some patience on this. Or about a work situation. Because you're in the planning stage. You're guarded still. Always think before you speak. Don't get drawn into arguments. This Knight of Cups may be the same person that's coming in that wants to have a say about his deceitfulness and his toxicity. And that's what I see. It's going to take some, you know, some patience is needed. And, you know, don't get drawn into chaos. It's just warning you. But it does seem like you walked away. You're juggling things now. You did walk away. You abandoned the whole situation. Maybe he's going to come in or she is going to come in. This is about communication. This is a communication card. And, you know, talk about why you walked away. But let's find out for sure. Sun card, the Sun card came out, okay? So, because you walked away from this situation, you are gaining your happiness because that's what you wanted right here. You wanted happy times. That's why you closed this. And you wanted positivity, freedom, fun, success, optimism, vitality, joy. The Sun. This is the happiest card in the deck. You wanted some happiness. And apparently this person that from your past was not giving you equal give and take or reciprocating what you're giving to them. It put you in your head. You had to really think about it. You went for a rest. Started focusing on yourself, maybe your transformation. You did put it in. You did. This situation no longer is there. It's time to release it. Move on. Get busy on a work project. They might want to come in and offer you something, but it says they may also want to start an argument. So be careful what you say. Think before you speak, because you do want happiness, and the happiness and 2 disc is right underneath the Lovers, and that is your final outcome. Collective, why is the Lovers here? Why is the Lovers here? Oh my goodness. That card wanted to come out. And the Lovers is here because it does look like you're going to be getting a new lover from working with a group, or possibly they're going to come in and talk to you, you know. But happiness, family, happy families, reunions, homecomings, family gatherings, long-term relationships, stability, and security. So you had to put it into something in your past for something new to come in. You had to lay something to rest. And that's what I see so far. So let's get a little bit more clarity from Beyond the Fog and Shade. I was gonna say for the fog, but no, we're gonna it's from this. We're gonna get a little bit more clarity here. It does look like you went into hermit mode. You did think about things thoroughly before you ended a situation. You put it to death. You put it to rest. Something ended, you know, and it was you. You collective were the ones that initiated the ending. You left, you walked away, and you left mighty fast because you got two Chariot cards here. These two Chariot cards. You left very fast. Jeez, just a second. The cards fell. This is a Chariot card, and this is the Chariot card. You left very fast. Very, 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 very fast. Okay. You didn't even think twice because there was no equal give and take. Okay, so let's get a little bit more clarity. And then I'm going to end the reading with a Goddess card. Oh, that one wanted to come out, didn't it? It jumped right out of there. Somebody from your past might be fired up because you did leave. They might want to come in and talk to you about it. Don't act rationally when they do come in and talk about it. Maybe they just want to voice their opinions. But there's no going back. It doesn't look like you are going back to something in your past. You're looking for your happiness, and they were in very toxic energy. Let's see if you can see that okay. Can you see that okay? We're going to put these up here. Somebody from your past might be fired up because you left. Okay. There we go. And they may want to come in. Actually, it looks like you might have merged your ego, which your ego is there for a reason. It's actually the dark parts of yourself, and you were working with the dark parts of yourself and with the light part of yourself, and it gave you a death and rebirth. You're transforming. You're getting messages from spirits, maybe your ancestors at this time. You're being guided. It says, sowing seeds of hope, harvest what you plant, committing to the process, blossoming and sustaining. So this might have to do with your security, you know, the work that you're putting in on yourself right now, or your environment. You are planting seeds of hope, of love. So that's how, you know, because you want your happiness. You want the sun in your life. You want the rainbow. You want happiness. You want equal give and take in a relationship. You want to celebrate. You did leave something behind that was very deceitful and toxic. And now, because you've gone in and worked on yourself, you're seeing the truth within. Eye of the Lotus, universal. You've gone in and transformed. You opened your third eye. There's a reflection of universal energy inside you. You know that source lives within you. So if you go in and meditate, ask for guidance, you will get answers. It looks like you already did, because you have a death and rebirth. And you can see this right here. Something ended that caused you to go in and have a spiritual transformation, new beginnings, letting go of something. There was endings, there's change, transition. Sudden, unexpected upheaval, endings, and release. And I believe you caused this, collective. You walked away from something. And your last card out is the Bowl of Strength. Masculine force, flame, release rules, leadership, dominance, control, power, commanding, and presence. Maybe this person that's fired up was very forceful, was into leadership dominance instead of leadership with love and kindness. They wanted control and power over you. They were commanding. You know, they put a lot of pressure on you, so you had to walk away and leave this behind. They put you in your head in Hangman energy. So they're being very forceful with you. And that's what I see. Okay, collective, so let me put the cards away. Clean the area up. And then we're going to move on to an oracle reading, an oracle card that has to do with the goddesses. And we're almost done. I can tie things up because my family is waking up and they probably want something to eat. But that's all right. They can wait a few minutes. Also, I promised my son I would buy him a table for his TV, so got to kind of hurry up and get off here and go look for him a table for his TV and his, I guess, his game station or something. But I wanted to do a quick reading. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I forgot the signs. The signs that are out here. We have a lot of earth. We have more earth out here. We have earth has to do with something that's going on material here upon the earth. It could have to do with your finances, career, physical, practical stability, possessions, and of nature. The ruling signs of that is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. There is the Four of Swords out here, so that has to do with your thoughts, logic, power, communication, awareness, and perception. And there is one wand, and that has to do with Cancer. There's also, yeah, there's a one wand right here, and this has to do with Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. So those are the signs. You did have a cup of love, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces coming at you, collective. So maybe you're going to have a new lover that is of that sign. Okay, last but not least, put this away. Good morning, Jonah. Good morning, my son. He just woke up. You're sleeping late, huh? It's all right, though. I don't mind. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to do the Goddess Tarot reading. I'll be so happy to read from this. I just got it, so I was doing Ganesha for the last part of your readings, but I got these new cards and I wanted to give them a try. Their message is from the Triple Goddess Tarot card. It's this. So I'm going to give it 3 shuffles and I'm going to pull a card for you, collective, to see what might be coming in, or how you can relate and work with the energies of the universe, or source, God, power, whatever you believe in. How can my collective use this as an advice card for their current situations? That card went and pop right on out. There we go. Take initiative. That's what it says. It popped right out. So we're going to see how that's going to relate. It's a 17. 17 equals 8. 8 equals mastery, taking action and accomplishment, feeling good about yourself. So that's the card. Initiation. That's initiation. Take an initiative. That's a 17. Okay. Hope you can see that. It says, you do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert, repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. This also represents the star card on the tarot deck. You have gone in and you healed. You are healing. At this point on the royal road to wisdom, we arrive at a new dimension of understanding. Reach far into the regions of the starry sky. The stars is the first card to reveal the outer dimensions of the galaxy. With its appearance, you are welcomed into a starlit dance of joyous initiation. The star symbolically centers in the tarot image, radiates a high level of consciousness from which you will be guided. A vision of wholeness emerges, that you're one with the universe. The spark of God is inside you. You understand that now. The star card represents an important step forward in the process of individuation. The geometry of the five-pointed star is a microcosmic replica of the human body with its 4 limbs and a head. It symbolizes the creative potential to be actualized by the human soul. The woman pictured in the traditional tarot card image calmly pours the waters of life from 2 urns. Once again, oppositional pairs unite in a universal stream of life. Her river of consciousness, with its expansive vistas of spiritual knowing, flows freely through the many twists and turns of your life. Her radiant aura is aglow with joyous gratitude and love for the sweet initiation that occurs at this stage, along with the royal road to wisdom. You're gaining wisdom. You are transforming. You're using alchemy. You're alchemizing the situation. You're turning something that was bad into something good, so you're transforming. The ancients regarded stars as living entities and connected with each person with a soul star. The star might represent an unborn child, a deceased loved one, or angelic helpers who overlight humanity from the star-filled heavens. We wish upon stars, and we track them through the night sky. At the archetypical level, they invoke within our imagination the very origins of the universe. Stars are magical. They fill us with the wonder and delight, refreshing the spirit with new hopes and inspired visions. The initiation card depicts a beautiful goddess, the Star Queen. She has incarnated out of the vessel of temperance and seated angel flying, for it was from this archetype place that her alchemy magic was conceived. She rises out of the sea, the vast womb of the goddess. The waters purify and cleanse her. She holds the 5 pelted rose at her center, symbolizing star power. She now manifests on earth. Without wings, she is a fully human. The wings of the sacred angel flying have been imprinted within her heart. The mountain in the background represents the power of the earth, which sustains the Star Rose Queen as she walks her path of initiation. She walks with beauty and grace in the light of the star-guided heavens. She guides amid the blossoming rose, as if carried aloft in possession by devoted pilgrims. At this stage of initiation, the Star Queen offers you higher and more refined ways of understanding the laws that govern the mastery of life. You are no longer held by limitations that previously clung to your soul. You are now able to forgive and heal the wounds of the past, as well as to release your judgments and limited views of the world. You have expanded your soul force to include all that is infinite and sacred. Your future shines bright like a star. The love of the triple goddess has returned to you, and her blessings abound. So now you are able to alchemize. Since you went in collective, you're able to alchemize. You have become a star. And that's beautiful. So whatever bad happened, you have healed all your inner wounds from this toxic environment that you left. And that's what I have for you, collective. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you at another reading. Bye for now.